Hey guys, what's up? It's Angelina and welcome back to my channel. So it is the barePro 24-hour Skin Perfecting Pressed Powder Foundation. So it's available in 35 different shades. It looks like it has been formulated with clean ingredients. So it says it offers not only incredible long wear and high performance, but a skin improving formula that enhances the health of your skin over time and includes a unique blend of brightening pineapple complex with licorice root, cocoa butter and shea butter, and we have peony flour and sugarcane derived squalane. It's clean, vegan, non-acnegenic, non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic, and dermatologist tested. We have this little pamphlet that bareMinerals sent over, and as you can see, these are all of the different shades. So I got to pick out a few shades. I looked for like the medium neutral shades because that's normally like where I stand. So I have medium 35 neutral, I have medium 30 neutral, have medium 30 warm. So I'm going to try to swatch these on the skin today just so we can see the colors. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and I put on my lashes and I did my eyebrows. So I haven't been on this channel in a minute, so I kind of wanted to catch up. I use my Skin Fix moisturizer, which I do really like. It's really good for sensitive skin. And I'm actually going to go in with my Refi primer. This is the Blur and Hydrate one. So I'm going to use this today because I want to prep my skin the way that I normally would with, a regular foundation. And I also want to make sure that it is nice and hydrated because we are going in with a powder today. So I do really like the Refi primers. I have a few different primers. This is one of them. This is the new one from Refi, as you guys can see. And I do still really like the one that comes in the gray packaging, the niacinamide formula. That one is so good, but I wanted to give this one a go, so I've been like testing this one out here and there. And then this is the powder foundation. So with powder foundations, I've noticed that in the actual package itself, the powder tends to look darker just because it's more, compressed in here. We're going to swatch this one. This is medium 30 neutral. So I'm just going to use my fingers. That's what this one looks like. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but let me zoom. That one is actually a little bit leaning on the orange side. Medium 35 neutral. Doesn't look too different in the packaging. Okay, that one is also a little bit too orange for me. 30 warm. Okay, this one looks a little bit lighter in the packaging. Oh, okay. That one actually looks like a lot better of a shade match. As you can see, the neutral ones actually, I feel like, run a little bit too warm on me, but this one looks like it might be the closest shade match for me. This is medium 30 warm, even though I don't feel like it looks that warm in here. We're gonna use medium 30 warm today. I wasn't gonna wipe it off, but then I was like, you know what, let's just wipe it off. So this is what my face is looking like. I still have, redness, some hyperpigmentation, especially on this side, but this side is doing pretty good. With powder foundations, they always come with a little sponge that you can use. I normally use a brush just because I feel like this works the best and it's more practical for me. If I use the sponge in here, it can definitely contain bacteria if I'm using it multiple times. And this is the A24 brush. It is pretty dense. It's still pretty soft, which I really do like. And I really have been loving these brushes. And then I'm gonna just put it on here. And there's like multiple ways that you can do this. Usually bareMinerals, if you guys remember, it's kind of like the swirl and tap motion, I feel like, is what they used to do back in the day. So I'm really just going to apply in circular motions, and we're just really going to work this into the skin little by little. And I feel like that's the key with powder foundations. You kind of want to work in small layers. It's kind of difficult because with liquid you can kind of tell right away when you're going in with too much product, but because this is a powder, it just doesn't feel like a ton of product. But you obviously don't want your face to look cakey because, again, it's a powder, and powder foundations you kind of just have to build slowly. build a lot in the cheek area because I want to see if we can cover up any of that pigmentation that I have. And also, you guys can see I tried to hydrate as much as I can, which is exactly what you want to do with these kinds of products. I can already tell that it's getting a lot smoother, and I do still have some pigmentation, but I can see that it is starting to slowly disappear. And then as you build this, you can kind of see where the color match might be slightly off for me, but it's nothing too crazy. I'm going to build one more time. And you can see how this kind of runs a little bit warm. I mean, not even warm, but like a little bit orange, which I don't love, and kind of like peachy almost. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I would say you can get pretty medium coverage when you're applying it like this. But I'm also, for today's, video, I'm gonna also use the sponge on the other side just to see. But so far, this is what we're looking like. You can kind of see, like, my skin is more, I feel like my skin actually looks pretty, like, yellow today, whereas normally it's a lot more, like, neutral. But you can already see the difference. Like, this is a lot more even in tone, looks really nice, and then this side, it just has a lot of redness and a lot of stuff going on. So this side might actually be perfect for the sponge. So let's just use the sponge on this side as the applicator, and let's just apply it the way that you're supposed to. Oh, there you go. You can see right away that this provides more coverage, and you can also see right away that this is not, the best shade match for me, but I think also applying this way, you have the potential to put on a lot more product, as you can see, and just have it look a little cakey. Okay, and I didn't do my concealer yet, which I probably should have, but it's fine. So I like that it looks really smooth on the skin, but this definitely has the potential to look heavy. I'm just gonna keep building on this side so we can see how much of this pigmentation we can cover. And the forehead I think already looks pretty good, so I'm gonna kind of like leave that alone and kind of just pinpoint this. I mean, obviously today we're just testing out this product, but on a regular day, I would probably go in and spot conceal underneath maybe, and then go in with this just to kind of like even out the rest of the skin. I feel like that would be a really good way to use this. This is definitely not going to give you full coverage by any means, but I think this could be a great product for every day. I'm actually going to use this. Kind of use this to like make sure it's all blended and not stuck or overwhelming one area more than the other. It's not a very like drying matte formula, because I feel like sometimes, the issue with powder foundation is that you can look a little bit flat and dead and like dull. So I kind of prefer this side because it's not overloaded and you can kind of get that little bit of glow. This side definitely, more coverage on this side, and obviously a lot faster using that sponge, but it's just like not practical for me. And I'm just gonna go over my eyelids a little bit just because they're a little bit oily. But that's what that's looking like. I mean, I would say the most you could build this to is like a medium coverage, but on the low medium side, definitely got rid of a lot of redness and, covered the pigmentation for the most part. I definitely could see this being a really good everyday product for somebody. I don't know. I could definitely see me using this on days when I'm like in a rush, if that makes sense. So it's currently 11:02. I have two concealers that I've been using. I have the YSL concealer and I have the Yensa one. I've really been using this one a lot, so I think I'm gonna focus on this one today. And we're only gonna do a little bit because I feel like we're gonna go for like a more natural look. And then I'm gonna just put a little bit of this Yensa concealer on top, just because this one is thicker and it has more of like a gel-like consistency, so it kind of like stays in place a little bit better. I'm gonna set it with my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. This is a lighter shade of powder. This is, I think I have it in the shade Tan, and I really do like this and I use it all the time. But this might be perfect because my face is a little bit on the darker side with that powder, so this might be good to brighten up this area. So I'm gonna just lightly dust it here. Oh yeah, there we go. That actually looks really good. That made the biggest difference. I love this. And I know I haven't done a 2024 favorites video yet for like my yearly favorites, but hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. But as you can see, that really highlighted the center of the face. And I feel like if I was using this bareMinerals powder, this is kind of what I would do. I would still go in with this lighter powder that I like from Charlotte Tilbury in kind of like the center of the face to just brighten it up and kind of give myself more dimension. Two blushes that I've been loving. I think I'm going to use the Persona one today. This is in the shade Caramel. I have been using this non-stop, and I think it's my favorite blush of 2024, so I'm going to spoil my yearly wrap-up, but I really have been liking this. It is so good, so easy to use, the formula is perfect, the shade is perfect, it's great. We're just going to put a little bit of that. And this is a brush from e.l.f. I like it because it's a little bit more precise. Blush brush from e.l.f. I am going to bronze still. I'm going to use my Gucci bronzer in the shade 4. This I love also. I think I'm like spoiling some of the products that I was going to feature in that video. But I like this because it's very warm. I mean, is it much different than any drugstore bronzer? I don't know. But I just know that I really like using it, and the packaging is so pretty. Okay, so we're just going to take that lightly around the face. My lids, because I didn't put concealer there or anything, and I just wanted to add like a wash of color. Also, if you were wondering what I have as like lip liner around the lips, I've been trying out the Sachu lip liner stain, and I have it in the shade Hazel, and actually I do really like it. It's like a really good natural liner on me, and I've been using it a ton. I will say though, I think it dries out the lips just a little bit, so keep that in mind. That is it for the bareMinerals powder. I'm going to wear this throughout the day so we can see how it holds up. Obviously I didn't do highlighter, I didn't do lipstick or anything like that, so I'll probably just do that off camera, but I just mostly wanted to focus on the powder foundation since bareMinerals reformulated. And I think like if I had to shade match myself again, it's hard because this was a really close shade match. I think I would definitely stay in the warm category because it seems like the neutral is running a little too orangey on me, so I'd probably do like, I want to say light 25 warm, which looks really light in here, but might not actually look light on the skin. Okay, it says it can be applied dry for a soft natural look or wet for a full coverage moment. We might have to try that in another video. I've never seen anything be able to be applied wet, and also I don't know if you're applying this wet how that would work because I feel like it would hard pan in here, so I don't know if I would even try that, but cool that it's an option. So that's it for right now. I will check in at the end of the day. I just wanted to show you guys this product and hopefully it holds up well. It honestly looks and feels really comfortable, and the shade match isn't terrible. Like, this is definitely the shade I'll be keeping and using. The other shades might be good for the summer when I get a little bit more tan. And I'll see you guys in the next check-in. So I'm at the gym, which working out with this on was probably not in the game plan, but you know, this would be a part of my daily routine, so I need to, you know, just wear this as I normally would. And right now I think it's actually looking really good in natural lighting. It looks honestly so seamless, and it looks like I'm not even like wearing anything on the face really. Like, it's very seamless, which I do like and appreciate.